my impression of Future Street when I first saw it, I was just blown away. And I had the privilege of seeing it being built, and to see it come together over a couple of days, to see what it could actually look like. It is inviting. It is a place that you want to come and sit. There's a lot of people that are using the space and probably don't have a great appreciation for what's gone in behind the scenes of the installation, but it's beautiful, it's inviting.
The first thing I got drawn to was the driverless car, because I've heard a lot about autonomous cars.
Yep.
So I think that's an absolutely fascinating concept. I've got no idea how it's going to work.
It's so interesting, amazing.
If it was my street, I probably wouldn't really remove anything. I like the green wall. I like good foliage coverage, and the herbs are good as well. Like for a street, picking it as you're cooking, it'd be good to reuse stuff from the street.
There's some nice places to sit, the coffee is good, it looks quite cute.
I think it's pretty good as it is. I guess I would have to see it at night as well to see if there are any changes I'd make then, but during the day this looks pretty good.
It's actually challenged me to think about what the future will look like a little bit more, and it's probably inspired me and taken me to a place that I didn't think it could actually go. Obviously the technology, it's going to be great to see all of that actually live and part of our everyday life.
Well, I love to see plants in the city. I think, it just changes the whole, the feeling. As you walk out of a rather bare and pleasant area at Circular Quay, it was quite refreshing.
I think a bit more shading, definitely, especially here in Sydney. I think the harshness of the sun is a bit of a problem. I would like to see some water, maybe a small stream or a water feature or something that provides coolness to the environment.
The role of lighting on Future Street is clearly to make the space usable, to make it interesting, to make it exciting. I guess depending on the area in, making it safe is a factor, and safety can be as simple as avoiding trip hazards into, I guess, there's good proven track record that lighting does reduce crime, and therefore lighting should be making the spaces enjoyable, safe and accessible.
I think for me, when I'm out and about and I look for lighting or a good place, it just gives off a vibe. It says it's warm and welcoming, and I think lighting can just create a space. Especially in a big city like this, like Sydney, it can make a space feel kind of smaller and intimate, and I think that's what you guys have kind of done with this space here.
Well, so far, what I've seen is that anyone who comes here really thinks it's cool. Cool is good. Right, I think it's the start of a journey, because one installation doesn't mean it's a community engagement. It's like a little bit of community engagement. I think we need to string these things together and start learning from the people who pass through that aren't the suppliers but are the users. So yeah.
When first time we walked through, it just blew our minds, because it's knowing how it was originally on the concept and then seeing it actually built is quite different. So what you expect, and then when you actually get, there's always a big question: will it be how it was designed? And based on the amount of people here and how we feel, I think that's a really good outcome.
I think it's been great. People are really, really using this space, a lot more than we even thought they would. We've found people sleeping on the grassy mounds, and they're using the complete street, so they're actually eating, they're bringing food there, bringing drinks there, they're using the coffee carts, they're walking through. It's funny how some people use the space and others don't, so we find that there's a fair number of men that come through and use the Tesla and want to get inside and have a look. And then there's a whole bunch of people that are interested in the playground. Some people are going straight for the VR, so the virtual reality, and other people are just lying on the grass. So
Clearly what we want to do is enjoy spaces daytime and nighttime. Most spaces feel very different at night. I think night adds drama and night adds interest, and it puts a different perspective on space. But no, I think particularly if we look at weekdays, nighttime is where a lot of people get their leisure time, and therefore I guess what we want to do is be able to use streets like this during people's leisure time, as well as say lunchtime during the day.
Well, it's super nice because there's no place to sit over there. Like everybody, you have to go to a restaurant or whatever. So if you just take stuff to on the move and you want to sit down and eat it, you can come here. It's cool.
Okay, cool. Now,
But the space is great. The space is it's just a good vibe. It's a good vibe. The lighting's really awesome. You got these like Edison bulb things. They're really cool. And the pear trees. Pear trees are a nice touch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really nice to have something like this sort of in the middle of the city. It's just sort of, it's different, and it's nice to see some greenery.
Totally overwhelming in terms of the response. Minister launching yesterday, the amazing press and media that was all over it, schools that have been coming through, local authorities throughout New South Wales bringing delegations down, and then during lunchtime people sitting on the grass mounds. I think it's totally exceeded expectations.
No, I think if Future Street were my street, it would be lots of coffee shops, bars. Obviously in the future beer will be free, so free beer vending would be part of my Future Street.